Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. And thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A feature on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so our panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available in about a week at stripescan.com/Pennsylvania. And with that being said, I'd love to turn it over to our first presenter. So if our representative from Pennsylvania College of Technology can join us, please. And the floor is yours, Fred.
Hi there, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Brad Walter. I am an admissions counselor here at the Pennsylvania College of Technology. We are located in Williamsport, PA, so pretty central PA here. One thing that I will note here is that we are a Penn State affiliate. We are one of 3 special mission affiliates, and our special mission is to focus on hands-on applied technology education. A little bit about myself before I go over a couple minutes here of just some quick information. I went to Penn College, graduated from Penn College in May of 2019. When I was here, I took up business administration, really enjoyed my time here. And that's why I'm excited to be back into the role I'm in now, so I can talk to students about why they would be a good fit here at Penn College. So at Penn College, we have over 100 different diverse majors. We have a 98% 2018-2019 graduate placement rate. So what that means is across all of our graduating students from 2018-2019, across all the different programs, 98% of them found a job within a few months of graduating. And I'll just add on that a number of these students find their jobs prior to graduating, and really most students will know going into their last semester where they're going. They have so many job offers. They really get to pick and choose where they want to go and where they want to live. So like I mentioned, we are a hands-on applied technology education school. So here on campus, we have over 150 different learning labs that fit you best. And the nice thing with it is it's going to be the real tools and real equipment that you would see out in the real world. So as you look across the bottom here, you see some of our dental hygiene students, some of our masonry, our baking, culinary. We have an aviation center. So really, like I said, diverse majors. It's broken into 3 different schools. The first school is Business, Arts, and Sciences. So that's the school I graduated from. So within there is your business classes. We have a human services and restorative justice program, which is pretty similar to criminal justice. There's also baking and culinary, and then many more. In our second school, you'll see is our engineering technologies. So this is going to be all of our engineering, our construction, IT services, really just so many. This is our largest school by far. There's so many opportunities within this school. I would encourage you to check it out on our website. And then the third and final school that I'll share with you is our nursing and health sciences school. So that's where you'll find our dental hygiene, our nursing, our surgical technology, radiography, physical therapy assistants. And we even have a combined bachelor's master's program for our physician assistant students. And my favorite thing about Penn College is the average class size of 16. So here, you'll never be just a number in a large lecture hall. You're going to be able to build a very strong relationship with all of your faculty members. You're even going to have some of them multiple times throughout your time here, whether you're here for an associate degree or a bachelor's degree. And like I said, you're going to be able to build those relationships. And I even used a few of them as a reference on my resume to help me get where I am today. So that is Penn College. That is just a quick overlook at everything we have to offer. If you have any questions about anything, we're going to have a Q&A here at the end. We also are offering on-campus tours. For any of you that are comfortable and want to make the visit, you can come and check it out, get in a lab and meet with a faculty member, see it in person, and seeing is believing it. So again, thank you for your time today. Real quick overview of information, and hopefully we see you on campus soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Again, folks, that was Pennsylvania College of Technology. And I do want to make a quick plug right now and say that if you have any questions, don't forget that that Q&A feature is open. So our representatives and panelists can answer them along the way. And with that being said, Allegheny College is next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Clune. I'm the Senior Associate Director in the Admissions Office at Allegheny College, and I'm pleased to be here tonight. Allegheny is a residential liberal arts and science college located in Meadville, Pennsylvania, which is in the northwest corner of Pennsylvania. We were founded in 1815, so we are the 32nd oldest college in the nation, which allows us to have a lot of rich history, but also we've been noted as one of the most innovative colleges in the nation as well, which makes us really happy that others are noticing that we're making sure that our education is prospering our current students as well as those who have come before. This gives you a little bit of an idea as to the numbers about Allegheny. It highlights the numbers and also what drives our culture. If you start from the right-hand side, we highlight the diversity that our students bring, not only racial diversity, but also religious diversity, just interests, backgrounds of our students. We want you to learn from the diversity around you in all aspects. And that's one of the reasons why we really highlight our interactive community. In the classroom, you will have discussions and exchange ideas of different students that are there. We'll have essay discussions, really contextual conversations, not a lot of large lecture classes. Our average class size is 11:1, or actually the student ratio is 11:1. Average class size is 18. And we are 100% residential. So 100% of our students do live on campus. They may be in traditional housing, special interest housing, or suite style, but they do live on campus. So learning from the diversity around you, just as a member of the community, also happens. We have 1,800 students from 47 states and 70 different countries. And even though we're medium-sized, we achieve large goals. We achieved carbon neutrality, and we were the first in Pennsylvania to do that last year, and only the 8th in the country. So sustainability is a very big value of ours, as well as service. We also highlight our teaching, as do others. We were noted as having our teachers be some of the top 20 in the country. And we also want you to have a transformative experience throughout your 4 years here at Allegheny. We don't want you to think the same way exactly. We want you to transform as a learner and a person. And again, we're located in the northwest corner of Pennsylvania. And Meadville itself is a large town, small city, but we're very close to some major cities like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo, and also Toronto. Some of our top 10 states are, of course, in the region with Ohio and Pennsylvania, but we also have Virginia, Texas, Florida, and California within our top 10 as well. Our distinctions, what distinguishes Allegheny are definitely these three values. Our major minor combination is one of the first things that we highlight and make us distinctive. All of our students have to have a major and also have to have a minor in 2 different divisions within the college. And I'll explain that a little bit more in a second. We also have 100% of our students do research, ending in a senior project. So that is an important distinction for Allegheny. And also experiential learning. We want you to learn outside of the classroom to better inform what you would like to do inside the classroom. I'll jump into the Venn diagram at this point. Basically, the circles indicate the different different divisions within our liberal arts and science college. So the natural sciences, social sciences, humanities, and also our interdivisional. So all of our students must have a major in one of these circles and a minor in another circle, which is really great because you can really embrace all of your passions, regardless of where you end up with your major. So if you're a creative writer, but really love the sciences, you might be in those two circles of natural sciences and humanities. You can jump right into whatever you're excited about. We do not have general education courses. So if you're really interested in psychology or really interested in geology, start taking those right away, your first semester of your first year. On top of our major minor requirement, we also have a seminar series where you will start taking a first year seminar where you'll be one of 15 students in that class. And our seminar concentration is in writing, speaking, and research at the college level. And that, of course, leads to the senior comprehensive that all of our students do. They propose it, they conduct it, and they defend it. So much like a master's thesis. We do have 120 clubs and organizations that our students are involved in as well, which really helps with leadership. And that also includes our sports, affinity groups, radio, TV station. Really, this is where our students end up. About 60% go into employment right away, with 95% being hired within 6 months. 30% go on to professional school, and we enjoy an acceptance rate of twice the national average, and 10% go into Teach for America, or AmeriCorps, or the Peace Corps. And really, we try to have no barriers in our application process. You do apply to the college. Since we are a liberal arts and science college, we have one college. You apply to the college, and then you decide when, what you would like to major in. We try to have no barriers, no application fee. We've been test optional for 6 years. And so it's a very holistic process. If you want to take a screenshot of this, this gives you a little bit of information on key links to go to. We also have an open house on April 17th, this Saturday, for those of you who want to join us, and I'll put some information in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda. Again, that's Allegheny College, folks. Next up is going to be Bethany College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dan Adams. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Enrollment at Bethany College, and I want to welcome you this evening to learn more about these different colleges and what we all have to offer for you, so you can actually get a good benefit of Bethany College. What I'd like to talk more about with you is our location, a little bit about our academics, our different support services, our student life, the admissions process, and also financial aid, covering a lot of scholarship, grants, loan information with you as well. Because some of you may be juniors, sophomores that are starting to look at colleges, which is awesome. And that's something that's very important, is to start early in the process. Bethany College at a glance. We were founded in 1840. Our students come from about 27 different states across the country, about 10 different countries across the world. We actually have a 10-to-1 student ratio in the classroom, which is nice. Students are actually able to spread out due to the pandemic. It was something we dropped from about 15 to 16-to-1 down to 10-to-1 this academic year. And it looks like we're going to continue to do that moving forward, because it benefited a lot of students working with their instructors more one-on-one. Athletics, we have over 22 different sports. In NCAA, we are in Division III. Our location, if you're familiar of looking at the location, we're in that point that is between Ohio and Pennsylvania. We are in West Virginia. We're about 5 miles from the state of Ohio, or about 1 mile from the state of Pennsylvania. We are about 45 minutes from the city of Pittsburgh, and we are about 15 minutes from Wheeling, West Virginia, an area called the Highlands. And just to give you some other points of interest, Washington, Pennsylvania is about 20 minutes from us. So we are centrally located around all sorts of different areas. You can see the map is showing where a lot of our students have come from across the country, which is a great mix, plus all the different countries listed below with the flags. Types of academic programs. Here at Bethany, you would receive a Bachelor's of Science or a Bachelor's of Arts degree. You can get into certain areas of like biology, getting into biochemistry, bioeducation, botany, getting into humanities, if you like English, creative writing, education, and so on. Physical education, if you wanted to manage your own sports team, or getting into sports medicine, or becoming a teacher of education in grades K through 12. We have a variety of different types of programs. We do have pre-professional programs, getting into the medical health area, pre-art therapy, pre-engineering. Some of these programs like engineering and law, our pre-engineering program is a 3-2 program. You attend Bethany College for 3 years, and then you move on to Case Western Reserve for 2 years. You'd go through the application process to be accepted at Case Western as well, but we do assist you with that process. So you can actually see some of our programs, what we have to offer for you. A lot of the programs is taught to you hands-on, which is very important to a lot of individuals. We like to, where we're located, especially like biology classes, we do a lot of hands-on out in the woods of the Allegheny Mountains. Also, we do have academic support services. We have a tutoring center, writing center that is there to assist you at all times. We have a health and wellness center where there's a physician and a nurse there. We have college counselors on campus if you just need someone to talk to. So everything is there in place for you. And what I always say, for you to be successful, it's up to you to be successful. And that's something that's very important. Different types of housing. You can see on the picture, that's Campbell Village. That's one of our apartment style suites where you actually share an apartment style suite with 3 other roommates. So to total 4 students in the apartment. Each student will have their own bedroom. So the apartment is broken up with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living space, and a kitchenette. We have other types of housing available. You can go to YouTube, type in Bethany College, type in housing, and you can see about a 15-minute tour of all the different housing. We have a dining hall. It's unlimited dining. So you don't have to worry about making sure you have 3 meals a day, 18 meals a week, 3 meals a day, 21 meals a week, different plans. At Bethany, it's unlimited dining, opens up at 7:30 in the morning, closes at 9 o'clock at night. You can eat 7 times a day. We also have the hub available for you. The hub is a Starbucks. So if you like those fancy coffees and teas, you can actually get those there with bagels and danishes and sandwich and soups as well. So the different types of sports, we have football, as you can see, a turf field. We have a track. We have the Hummel Fieldhouse, which you can see in the background. In the far right-hand area is our softball field. We have a baseball complex on the other side of campus. A lot of activities, a lot of different things take place on campus. We have over 30 clubs and organizations. So we want you to participate in all sorts of different areas at the college to meet new friends because that's something that's very important as well. How to apply to Bethany, bethanywv.edu/apply. If you are a junior, applications will open up August 1st for you to apply. Scholarship deadlines will be in November. And we also go through the FAFSA, which opens up October 1st for another reminder for you as well. Again, it was great talking with you this evening. My information I'll put in the chat as well. Have a great evening and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dan. Next up, we're going to have the Clarkson School.
All right. All right, thank you. My name is Matthew Rutherford, and I am the Director of Admission and Financial Aid for the Clarkson School program. Our program's a little bit different than probably some of the other information you're going to get tonight, in that we're an early college program. And basically what that means is that instead of going back to your senior year, what is normally a senior year of high school, you actually come to Clarkson and you start your first full year of college. So rather than being in high school for another year, you're actually at Clarkson taking all the same classes as every other university student on campus. We're actually the second oldest early college program in the country. Since about 1978, we've been offering this opportunity to students to replace that last year of high school. So why would students maybe want to look at this? Obviously, everyone has, maybe their own reason or their own logic as to behind what they're looking in an early college or why they're looking at an early college. But all of our students really just find that they're ready for college maybe a little bit earlier than most of their peers. They're looking to probably avoid what they feel is going to be a stagnant senior year of high school. And they're looking for an academic challenge that they probably feel like isn't going to be available to them in high school. So if you're one of those students, might not be a bad option for you. A lot of our students like the fact they're going to be surrounded by a different peer group. They're kind of looking around in the high school and the hallways every day, and they're really not seeing what they want to see. They'd rather be surrounded by maybe a more focused, more driven peer group rather than, again, going back to high school for another year. Our students take, again, the same exact classes as every other university student, about 32 to 35 college credits during the year, which again is about a full freshman year. And you do have access to everything that every other student on campus has access to. So all of the same research, all the same off-campus and on-campus experiences, Division III athletics, and any of our team-based projects. The residential environment is kind of where it separates the Clarkson School students, and of course from the regular university students, in the sense that you're a little bit younger. So we acknowledge that, and we have different things in place and different protocols in place because you are a little bit younger. So that starts with the separate residence, which was actually just remodeled this past year. So you do have a private bathroom in each room. So it'd be you and your roommate with your own private bathroom, kind of nice for a first year of college. We do have a study lounge and a classroom associated within the Clarkson School, actually within the complex itself. We do have curfews, quiet hours, and leave forms, which again, probably a little bit different than a typical first year of college. And that again is because you are a little bit younger. So there is certainly more of a checks and balances type system with our program. Our house advisors and mentors work with you during the year to really help with that transition to a university setting. The academic support and application support, again, is something a little bit different in the sense that we do have our own tutoring built into our program, the transitional programming that I kind of touched on. Academic advising, you actually have your own academic advisor. Brenda Kojan's been with us for about 25 years. So she's really seen a number of students and really what it takes to be successful, not in just the Clarkson School, and during the year, but also going on after the Clarkson School. She's going to help you if you want to move on to another school with your college applications, doing college workshops, resume building, doing some mock interviews with you, as well as making recommendations and helping you with your application through that process. The high school diploma, because most of our students have not obtained the diploma, there are some different options that we will work with you on to make sure that you can obtain the diploma, whether that's prior to coming in or completing it during either the first or during the entire year with us. So either the fall semester or through the fall and the spring semester, or you can simply take the task exam. Again, nothing that you have to do on your own. We're going to work with you through that entire process. The cost is actually the same as any other university student, of course, because you are a fully matriculated Clarkson University first year student. At the same time, you are considered for all the same scholarships and grants as any other student on campus. We do have the Clarkson School full tuition scholarship. Actually, one of our students will be chosen for that relatively soon. But all of our students at the very minimum, at the very least, will receive at least $30,000 in their financial aid package. Could certainly receive more than that, but at the very least, you'll receive $30,000. After the Clarkson School, very simple. You can either come back for your sophomore year, or you, of course, can move on to another school with our assistance, taking the credits and, of course, the experiences that you've gained through the Clarkson School year with you. And these are just some of the schools that our students have moved on to. So you're not coming to the Clarkson School saying that you're going to be at Clarkson for 4 years, just simply that you want to continue moving forward academically. And here's my contact information. I'll also put it in the chat. So if you do have any questions, anything I can do, please let me know. Thanks.
Thank you, Matthew. And again, folks, that was the Clarkson School. Next up, we're going to switch over to Lynn University.
Thank you so much, sir. My computer froze on me right when you needed to work. But my name is Omar Al-Nahas. I'm with the Office of Admission here at Lynn University. And as you can see in the slide, I asked a few people in our staff and faculty members, visitors, and current students how they would describe Lynn and Boca. And you can see it's quite a bit. Some people have said Boca looks like Beverly Hills. Some people said that they love the tropical climate. Others have said that they're very happy to see the amount of championships that we have as an NCAA D2 student. But throughout this presentation, I want you to keep that in mind and see what words you can come up with to describe how Lynn is to you. Let's start off with our location. We are located just a few miles away from the beach. We are considered a small to medium-sized university, around 3,200 students. Now, within a 5-mile radius, there's 2 other universities, so that makes a total population of 40,000 students. So you're not in a small city away from everybody. You're right north of Miami, about an hour drive. You're near Fort Lauderdale, 20 minutes south of West Palm Beach. So you know the saying where people come to Florida on vacation and they leave on probation. We have a very similar saying for Lynn, in which people come to Lynn for education and they leave with imagination. There's so much to do at Lynn, whether it's from academics or for sports or clubs and organization. It just expands your imagination. Let's start off with what are we really known for, and that is diversity. We have students from nearly 100 different countries and almost all 50 states and territories. Now, in a time like this with COVID, when students couldn't travel, this diversity made a huge impact on their education. Keep in mind that you walk around and you hear various languages. In the classroom, you get to discuss and learn about different cultures. And your colleagues are going to be sitting next to you with different mindsets. So you learn so much just from outside of the textbook. Now, whenever that time does resume that we're able to travel abroad again, we do have study abroad programs in all 6 major continents. And that could start as early as your freshman year. Now, what sort of majors are offered? Almost everything under the sun. We have 6 different colleges. We're very, very well known for the College of Business, but we're also known for the College of Science and Arts and Communication and Design and much more. But the one thing that is neat about Lynn is for those of you that want to graduate early and get a head start on grad school, or you just want to start working and making more money, we do offer an accelerated track in which you can graduate in 3 years. And during that accelerated track, you get to save $50,000 because the way we have it set up is you get to save money and you graduate early. Now, outside of that, when we talk about Lynn, where's the hub of Lynn? Where do people go to hang out? And that is the Christine E. Lynn University Center. This building is almost brand new, less than 2 years old, and it's bigger than the White House. This is where we have the cafeteria, student affairs, clubs and organizations, the social impact lab, and much more. But the one thing that every Lynn student is proud of, aside from hanging out in this magnificent building, is our food. Now, we do offer unlimited dining. That is the only option that we do offer for you. And as you can see from the food options, we have everything from vegan and vegetarian, kosher and halal, and everything else. So if you want to walk in for cookie and coffees, you can. And then an hour later, you want to go in for breakfast or for another meal? Absolutely. There's no limit to that. Now, outside of the University Center, there are plenty of events for you to attend. whether that is watching our BFA of drama doing a production, or our fashion show that is completely tailored by students, or just have a listen to our Conservatory of Music. Now, if that is not enough for you, let's talk about sports. If you love sports such as myself, we are NCAA in 19 different sports, Division II. So whether you want to be on the team or you just want to be in intramurals and practice with these teams, you absolutely can. Now, talking about college, you come in for academics, you come in for the social life. Now let's talk about what your prospect after graduation is. Keep in mind that you are coming to one of the fastest growing districts in the United States. We are less than an hour away from Miami, and there are more than 1,500 multinational corporations. But I want to bring that down into a smaller, more manageable number. Within an hour drive of Lynn, this is where our students have worked, co-opted, and interned as well. Many companies that you can immediately recognize their logo. Now, if all of this sounds fantastic to you and you think Lynn could be your potential new home, our application opens up every year, August the 1st. We have been test optional for a number of years. So if you've taken the test, fantastic. If not, don't worry about it. Once I get all the documents from you, I promise you a decision in 3 weeks. Now, make sure to take a snapshot of this slide. You can find us on all social media. And feel free to call me, text me, or email me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. And again, that was Lynn University, folks. We're going to wrap up our presentations with Drexel University.
Unmute. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I noticed I was on mute, so I just unmuted myself. Welcome, and I'll tell you a little bit about Drexel University. First of all, my name is Melissa Pinestre, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Drexel University. And I'll just give you a quick snapshot of what we have to offer and what you'll find at the university. First of all, we are a R1 research institution. And what does that mean? That means that Drexel University is recognized at the highest level for the research that we do at the university. And that research is not contained within our faculty and professors. That research is offered to students as soon as their first year on the college campus. So students can participate in cutting edge research alongside our faculty as soon as their first summer here at the university. A second thing I like to always highlight about the university is that we are really strongly rooted in not only our research, but our co-op program. Maybe you've heard about co-op, maybe you've not yet. I will speak a little bit more in depth about co-op in a few more slides, but co-op is a time at the university where students get the opportunity to work full-time, 40 hours a week within their industry to really try their hand on what they're preparing for upon graduation. The third pillar, if you will, that I like to highlight that the university stands on is the fact that we're located in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a major healthcare hub. It has leaders of almost every industry right in our backyard, and our dragons are no strangers to all of those leaders in industry, and you'll find them working throughout the university during that time of co-op. Now, when you're looking and searching for universities, facts are important. And here are some facts about Drexel University. Number one, we do have about 14,000 undergrad students on campus. We are diverse in that we have students from 47 states and 122 countries. We do offer over 80 undergraduate majors. And this is something we're really proud of, is that we keep our median class size down to about 19 students per class. And that's really when you're looking at classes within your major. So there really is that one-on-one relationship and communication between students and the faculty members. Again, I'll highlight these are over 80 undergrad majors that we offer. And the reason why we point that out is because you will apply directly to a major when you're applying to the university, but it's important to remember that there are plenty of opportunities to create an interdisciplinary plan of study while you're at the university by adding a minor to your plan of study or double majoring. We have some accelerated programs that we offer to students at the university as well, that you can find more of that online if you care to look into that. We have an honors college that you can participate in to even enhance your academic career at the university a bit further. I mentioned co-op a minute ago. Very excited to say that we've been participating in co-op for over 100 years. So we think we have a really good model in place after all of those years. And again, we mentioned that co-op was a time when students are out in the workforce working full-time, 40 hours a week in their industry. They're not involved in classes when on co-op. A lot of times students will say, when you get me my co-op, and I say, no, we're not going to get it for you. You're going to earn your co-op, but we're going to support you. And the way that we support you is through our Steinbright Career Development Center, making sure you are prepared for that time in the work field by taking Co-op 101 course so that you can have your resume perfected, your cover letter perfected, interview skills honed in and really polished so you are ready to get out into the world when it is time for co-op. The next question we always get is, what does that look like? What would my schedule look like? Here's an example of what co-op would look like at the university. Now, most majors have a choice between this 4-year co-op here or the 5-year co-op. Some majors are locked into one or another, so you'll have to figure out if your major is locked into one or another. But you'll notice these green squares. These green squares are when students are on co-op. And again, you're not involved in academic classes. So if you're on a 4-year program, you get the opportunity to participate in one co-op that lasts for 2 quarters, which is essentially 6 months in duration. For the 5-year program, you get to do that 3 separate times. So you can graduate with up to 18 months or a year and a half work experience from Drexel. So you can graduate from Drexel with not only a degree, but a resume. We talked about the city of Philadelphia, tons of things going on within the city, but also on campus. We do have over 350 student clubs and or organizations that our students participate in. We are a Division I athletic program, so there's tons for you to participate outside of your clubs and organizations. And here's Philly again for you. Again, tons going on within the city. We're very public transportation friendly, and you'll find our dragons are all over the city. Real quick, here is our admission deadlines for first-year students. We're very transfer friendly. We are test optional for this upcoming year, so please note that. And you can see the various deadlines, which are also posted online. I will point out that we do require the CSS profile, so please keep that in mind. I know it's time for me to wrap up. Here is my contact information, as well as just direct numbers to the university if you'd like to reach out with any questions. Thank you so much for joining and staying tuned and listening for the entire time. Have a great night.
Thank you so much, Melissa. So folks, I am going to transition into our Q&A session now that we have had all of our representatives present, and just have a quick conversation about tips on what this process could look like. So we're going to go in the same order as we presented. So I'd love to welcome back Pennsylvania College of Technology and ask, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, really good question. And to be brief, I think my best advice would be to get to as many campuses as you possibly can. Take advantage. I think a majority of the colleges here and a lot of colleges out there now are beginning to offer the in-person visits. So like I said, just get out there, get a feel for the campus and figure out if you're the right fit there.
Awesome. Thanks, Brad, for that piece of advice. Next up is going to be Allegheny College.
Hi there. I would say be open-minded. Think about how you learn and where you might thrive. It may not be where everyone in your family went. It may not be where your best friend went. So as you're doing your research, be open-minded and you'll end up where you will be your best.
Thank you so much, Linda. Next up is going to be Bethany College.
Yeah, the one thing that I would recommend is, one, take a visit to the school, be it an in-person or virtual visit. Get a chance to see what's best for you, being a bigger campus or smaller campus. There's so many different choices to choose from. There's so many different colleges that are so close to you around your home. I always recommend to students to get a sheet of paper once you visit and write down pros and cons of that school to make a great decision that way as well. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Next up is going to be the Clarkson School.
Yeah, I'd also say take a visit, but during the visit, see if you can meet with some students, some of the current students, aside from your tour guide, maybe some ambassadors, professors. I know we offer professor visits as a really nice way just to get a feel for what's going to be available to you and who you might be working with on the academic side. Also, once things start opening up a little bit more, maybe even trying to do an overnight visit. I think that's a really good way to get a feel for the environment.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthew. And then we're going to have Lynn University next.
So I'll definitely reiterate what my colleagues have said. But the one point that I'll definitely make sure that you do is reach out to us. This is our job. We're here to help you. Whether you have any questions, any sort of concerns, most would offer phones or emails or even text messages. So make sure that you reach out to us. We're probably one of the best resources that can tell you more about the university.
Thank you, Omar. And then we'll end it off with Drexel University.
Thank you. I will agree with you, Omar. Yes, use your admissions representatives. That's what we're here for. And I think I could probably speak for everybody in this group, although I won't, in saying that our most favorite part of our job is to work and help with you. We read applications, we do a lot of other things, but I think most of us are most happy when we're assisting you all and answering your questions and really trying to help you through the search process. But I'll also be organized and prepared. Don't just apply to a college or a university because your friend is. Look into what you're applying, where you're applying, do your research and find out as much as you can about that place to make sure that you could potentially see yourself there and that they're offering you what you're looking for.
Thank you so much, Melissa. We are winding down on time, folks, but I would love to get to this question because it's always fun for myself also to learn about the awesome traditions that are on your campuses. So we'll go in the same order. Pennsylvania College of Technology, can you tell us what's your favorite event or tradition that happens on campus?
Yeah, I can try to keep it really quick. There's a lot of different things that take place. So the admissions guy in me is saying all of our in-person open houses and exploration days. But the student in me really loved the homecoming weekend where we had like a little carnival in our main lawn with a ton of good food, some rides and some long games to play. So I'd say that's my favorite, hoping we can do that again here soon.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed that does happen this year, Brad. Thank you for sharing. Allegheny College.
I put some information into the chat, but I would say Wingfest, Make a Difference Day, and Late Night Breakfast are definitely 3 of the highlights for our students.
Sounds pretty delicious. Thank you so much, Linda. Next up is going to be Bethany College.
We have many different events that take place, different traditions. One of the favorites that I enjoy is Orientation Day. When the incoming freshman class, we walk up the cobblestone walkway into the gates that are only unlocked twice a year. and walk up to the clock tower that you can see behind my head in my picture, to where the students will actually sign a matriculation book. They get to meet a lot more of the faculty. They get to meet a lot more new friends. And it's just a great atmosphere. A lot of music are playing, a lot of food is out. So it's a great event to start your college career off.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Next up is the Clarkson School.
Yeah, I would probably say anytime our hockey teams are playing on campus, Friday, Saturday nights, we have Division I men's and women's hockey. Both programs historically have been very strong national powerhouse type programs. So those are always well-attended events and a lot of fun. For the Clarkson School, our early program, I would probably say the family dinners that we have once a month, where we all get together and just go over some different things that we're all probably going through, and really just kind of get together and enjoy a meal.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Matthew. Lynn University.
Definitely have to say Founders Day. It is a surprise every year on what sort of event is going to happen. Just to give you an idea, a few years back, we did a Game of Thrones theme. We had the ice sculptures. We changed the cafeteria. Our president was in a big fur coat, takes dedication to our fur in Florida. But that's what you should expect here at Lynn.
Thank you for that, Omar. And then we'll end it off with Drexel University.
Thank you. One of my favorite traditions on campus is our Welcome Week. So Welcome Week takes place directly following move-in day, and it's a whole entire week that students are on campus and really getting to know one another. We have tons and tons of events, some really, really special events that I won't mention here because they're surprises, but a week long of really getting to know the campus, the city, faculty members, and one another. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. And folks, that's going to bring us to the end. I just want to start off by saying thank you to our panelists for being here and sharing all the fantastic thing about their institutions, and also for our audience for being here and just listening through your options. A couple of quick notes. When you close this window, there's going to be a quick 4-question survey. Any feedback that you could provide would be very much appreciated. There's more sessions to be offered, so be sure to sign up for more. And in about a week, you can find this same link to the recording at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And thank you so much to everybody. Have a great evening and be well.